Good morning. Oh, happy Tuesday. Wet out today. It is wet out there. Something's under my mouse. Well, we're gonna get going. A little bit more of the same as yesterday. Clean up some stuff. Let's see where we end up. 2 tokens is not satisfied for this. When I updated Rust Analyzer and Conqueror of Completion, I just did my normal Vim updates. It's actually behaving a bit better today. I'm glad about. Also haven't updated Vim in a while. I'm on maybe a 2 or 3 week old nightly. All right, where were we? Here. Now, what is this saying? This is saying that something inside of this to tokens is not satisfied. Okay, I'm missing something in here. What is it? Something is not converting to tokens. Ret should be the token stream already. What about arc drops? That looks good. So will it tell me the name or the type? Token stream. Wow. Good job, Rust Analyzer. And returns free token stream. They all look good. Oh, arg count isn't correct in there. Let's fix that. Not seeing it. We'll just binary search it. Oh, still in there. Okay. Something up here. Args? Or arg count? Well, probably args because arg count we just fixed. Alright, something about args is incorrect. Look at args. Oh, it's got a semicolon at the end. There we go. Oh dear, I left something out. My wife's texting me. Yes, I'm done. All right. So it was really just args. Can I do a quick fix on that? It didn't. Strange. Oh, that's right. And this method is not used anymore. We used to continue because we were doing something, I think it was here, when we tried to convert things to Rust, we're getting some back. If it was a none, we would continue, but it turned out to never actually be possible. So if that's the case, can we just build an iterator of this whole thing? Because this is supposed to return a result here. And a result, it gets extended there. I guess in a number of places it gets extended. Then we return that. Let's move result in. Hold on. API to find class. So it's possible that don't find this class. I'm going to leave it. I don't think there's that much to gain out of turning this into a continuation. It'll be easier to compare later as it is. Although it would be fun. So difficult. How do we tag these as we must use the result of this? It looks like we're not actually using the result of that function, generate methods. Let's go take a quick peek. Browser. I'm gonna go ask the Oracle. Must return must use. We're gonna do this just a litter. No, just to make sure that we're finding all of the places where these changes were done. Token stream 2. It's a token stream 2. How's that different from a token stream? Hey, good morning, Carter. All right, I think other than these token stream 2s that are a little bit higher up, oh, you know, there are some more up there. Yeah. Is this even possible to get a error type for? In many cases, when we changed this, um, it no longer became possible to generate the error case. So it ended with just an OK when it didn't need to. Oh, and look at this. That will help us. There are some cases that I missed. Wow. Okay. That's been going pretty well. Actually, I think we're on the tail end of it. All right, so what's going on here? Base class docs. Else something into. Okay, so base class docs used to be written for tools docs. Tools docs. Docs. Oh, we have base class docs here. I just didn't convert it. Ew. Format. Oh wait, what's going on there? List-based classes. Oh, we're writing to a string here. Is that even possible to fail? I guess it is, but I think it's unlikely here. Okay, now we have this one, token stream and token stream error, sin error. Where's this impl? Okay, I'm gonna skip the impl ones. The ones in the impl section, create, no. I didn't do this one. Cleaning up some of the return types here. Because we never produced the error variant now. GD native derive. I didn't do this one. Oh, and this one takes a token stream. Okay. Bindings generator. Something a little cathartic about this. It's relaxing. It's cleaning up return types. GD native derive. We don't touch that one. Binding generator. This one. That one's already done. That's already done. Done. Ooh. This one we did. This one they did. I'm gonna do this one. Just passing all the ones that we don't need to do. Ooh, GD native sys build. Yep, that's us. Okay. This one binding generator. Like that. Oh, good. Here's another one we can do. some of these I didn't touch, but I want to make sure that they're getting used anyways. In this case, it's either an empty token stream or nothing. Got it. Let's go back. Copy that again. I should copy that into a buffer. Let's see. Buffer M for must use. There we go. All right, register. Hey, that's all of them. Okay. Oh, we've got a default here. What? Remove the whole use item. I'm trying to use a. Quick fix has not been doing the right thing lately. Trying to quick fix the wrong thing often. Oh, good. Okay, a couple of these. Some bailing early. Remove the try operators. Okay. Oops, missed one. One down here. Why didn't this one? Oh. Yeah, this one doesn't fail either. Unused variable. Ah, good. Good. Let's see, cannot move out of that. Borrow it then. What do we want to use name for? Oh, for the string down below on line 86. That should be a string. Dynamic cast, interesting. Struct definition. Huh. Oh, must use. Yay. Look at that. Must use that. Perfect. It's one less bug to figure out later. Lovely. Oh, and singleton name. Oh, yeah. Okay, so this one, we should not have the quotes around it. Zeros. I think we just want to do a format here. The fact that it's a string, we'll put quotes around it, and the /0 will give it that null terminator. Good. That might be it for this. Yeah, let's not fool ourselves. All right. Interesting. Process didn't exit successfully. Cargo. Strange that we get a different option, different result here. Oh, it's the same thing. Okay. Mesh is not a valid ident. Okay. I think it's this one here. I wonder what the proper ident is there, or if we need these to be token streams. Because if it was a token stream, we could do this. Now this is, I think, too much for an ident. All right, token stream it is. It's not going to format it for me. No. I want spaces. I really do want spaces around those. Oh, so much better. All right, now for these. Good. Now, where's this function used? That should be okay. I think this is going to be fine. Because wherever this is used, it's just going on to be used inside of quote. Same. All right, good. Methods 306. Oh, you've got to be kidding. Unknown field. What is that? On column 5. Somewhere up there. It's an unknown field. It's saying that there were 100 of these? No field TR on method table. Why didn't that get formatted first? Let's make this easier to work on. So that should be getting formatted first. Or methods, that's going to be Interesting. Did that not happen for GD Native Core? Doesn't seem like it. Does this run? Yep, that runs. Am I giving it the wrong argument list now? So we give it options and the file. Hey, it didn't successfully run. No such file or directory. Is our command wrong? Are those args really? Arg run stable Rust format. Then we give it the file. What about edition? Dash dash edition 2018. Hey Cap, how's it going? I'm getting 113 errors. Good news is they're all on the same line. Bad news is the line is incredibly long. Actually, I'm trying to. I don't think it actually cleaned. Yeah, that should have bailed. Why did that not bail? Because that there does not look like it's formatted. I'm doing all right. We're getting towards the end of this, which will be nice. Oh, here. Thou shalt not pass. All right. Clean. Check. What's the output of this? Oh, interesting. Well, parsing this item, starting. Okay. Expected one of this. Okay. So basically, our output's not good. Huh. Okay. Well, we can deal with that. You know, to make this easier. New lines. All right. It's pointing at something maybe over here. Can't tell. Could be any one of these lines. All right, let's toss some new lines in there. See if that'll even work. Okay. Binding generator. Let's go to bin or lib. Binding. Oh, that's the wrong one. Binding generator. Lib. And then we have the class. Good. The trades. Yada yada. How about we change this from right to right line? That'll get us closer. And not as two args? You know, I I think that would be really nice if it was. I'm not actually sure what constitutes an argument here. Is it space separated? Looks like we got one line. Oh no, it's a couple. But I think in some of these I actually want new line tokens. Is that the best way to do this? So if we were trying to figure this out, it seems like we've created one issue for another. This is supposed to make it easier to generate code. And this seems like it's really, really hard to generate code this way. Hmm. Smaller files. Best I got is adding new lines to this mess. You got anything else? Oh, interesting. Run Rust format on it? Sure. This is the exact same error, actually. Oh, here. Yeah, at the top. Well, this might give us just enough. I think we might have multiple issues, but yeah, I think there's actually a way to inject new lines into this. If we go to browser, just quote. All right, so it's not an ident. We don't want an ident. We want something else from proc macro. Not ident though. Structs, we want punct. Yeah, I think we can give it a character. I wonder what spacing we should give it though. Spacing? Alone or joint? Oh, interesting. Okay. Let's create a punct for new line. And binding generator, probably lib. Pub. Was that const? Punct doesn't look like it's const. Just a couple. Just pick one. Oh, return pre. See, if punct was const, we could just create one new line and then just use it everywhere. But it's not const, or at least it doesn't appear to be const. I don't see why it couldn't be const, actually. It's not allocating anything. Oh, maybe span. All right. Well, We're going to go back to lib. And in these binding generators, generate imports. Let's just create a punct here. Punct new. And we need spacing. Do we want it alone? Yeah, alone. So I'm guessing that just works, right? Class documentation. Hmm. That looks incredibly hard to read. Maybe spaces. What about the docs? Let's go back to the docs where that was. I think the new lines help a lot. Or the spaces before them. All right, let's look and see what that's doing to the output. I'm gonna pour some tea. So I want to see if we're getting in the right direction. What's the file name? Nope, not that one. This one. All right, so we do have new lines at the end of those lines now. A little better. Okay. All right. I think we're on the right track. You know, I don't think it should be alone. Okay, now we're generating the constants. Got a new line there. Copy that back into the buffer. I didn't capture that before. This seems like such a kludgy way to do it. I remember a bug. Where was that? That was over in quote. Document interpolating a doc. Okay. Closes this and this. Nope, that's not it. Back to the issues. Hi, Carter. Yeah, you too, man. I think it was this one. Bold is produced using quote, including new lines and doc comments. It's possible. I wonder how this file is actually generated. So who builds this? Old gen. Check their build.rs. I don't see fold in here. Cloner download. We will clone. Thank you. cd source. Almost there. Pour some tea. Go half a mug of tea. You have to be careful how you pour your tea. You know, not so much that it's too cold too soon. Here. Old source. File right. Why? Wait. I mean, this looks exactly like that file, but I don't see anything special about it. Traits, impulse, full macro. So what are they doing? That's only referenced in one place. They're not doing anything special. Well, they're getting different results than I am, so they're doing something. File right. There's something special about having the quote right there, like in the right. And here we're doing a file right, not a right Bang. All right, let's go back to our project. Okay, we got a ton of new lines in here now, which we might be cleaning up shortly. Oh, I should have used Git to stage that. Oh, I missed out on an opportunity. Okay, let's go back to lib. Generate bindings. All right, so we get the three. Oh, those are right. Those aren't files. Some of the imple's right. Well, let's change it. So what they were doing here, they're using file right. What does file right take? We'll see. Okay, it takes a file itself and then a U8, a slice. Okay, so we just need to pass the files in instead. Actually, they're using a. Where is file? What is this? Oh. Rust format. They're using Rust format. All right, but what version of Rust format are they using? So that wasn't a regular file write. That's it's taking some path and a token stream. Okay. Code gen. Code gen. Oh, interesting. Rustling nursery. Rust format. So it looks like here they have Rust format and Rustlang, right? But Rustlang nursery doesn't actually. That's not the right spot. Here we have Rustlang nursery. Looks like we got redirected to Rustlang. The Rust format's no longer in the nursery. And which version is this actually? Revision this. $4,000 commits. Can we search commits and see how far back that is? No. Alright, let's clone or download. One more. Sorry. Back here. Oh, not too bad. Well, that's good tea. There we go. Master contains it. Okay. Oh, May 16th. It's not actually, that's not far. Oh. All right, we're going to take this. We're going to do the same thing. So instead of, well, we're going to try to do the same thing. And then in bindings, gen cargo. That's not it. There we go. Bindings generator source file .rs or file right. All right, so we have those, right? Let's do a quick check on something. Sin, license, MIT. Is MIT an attributeless license? I think it is. Should check that. I'm at least going to link where we grabbed this from. All right, I actually want the version number in there. We're going to go to history, click on that button there, code gen, source, file, because now we have the git hash in the URL. All right, now back to the code. All right, the other thing that we should do is also link the cargo toml file. Interesting, this one, Rust format. From package Rust format nightly, which we know we can't use. Oh, this one's different. And what we just looked at over here, Gojen cargo. This one's slightly different. Oh, it's because we're at that repo, that history. Okay, let's go back to master. Okay, so yeah, master is different. All right, let's see if this will even compile. Anything else? In the right project, we have to link this file. Mod file. Right. Now I thought that you could compile sin and you could use sin. Because we could use sin right now. So how is it that this works without nightly? Oh, I see. So basically, they use code gen, probably on the nightly, using the nightly compiler to generate this file. That's too bad. Okay. Well, that's a nice little aside. I get what they're doing that. So they're actually using syn on nightly to produce that file, which doesn't normally get produced. And then you can use syn without nightly because that file is already generated. And I don't think we want to do that with the Godot Rust stuff. I think their intention is to have it stamped out already. They don't really want it to use nightly. Let's see, we could use this to debug with though. We are going to use this to debug with. All right, how do we set up features in this? Is it features? Take a peek over here. Okay, we'll say that's optional. Features. Okay. It's feature equals emitter. Okay. You know what? Let's do this slightly different. I'm gonna go back into. I'm gonna go back up here. We will keep file no matter what. But inside a file, we'll swap out write for nightly or not. So if we have debug, we do this. We don't have anyhow. We'll suffer. We're going to change this a little bit. We're going to have something that is writable. Let's see. How do we do this if not that? Okay. There we go. Okay. So normally we're just gonna call write on it. Write, bang, output, content. Okay. Otherwise, we're gonna do this, and this will require nightly. It's okay. We already have nightly. All right, this, it looks okay. The path is wrong. Okay. Because if we do it this way, it'll be easier to build and debug this stuff with nightly. Then if it's not nightly, we just produce the single line files. Or we can still use Rust format. Either way. Okay, let's go back to lib. Make sure we're using that instead. So generator bindings, here we go. Generate class bindings. Now in here, instead of WriteLine, we'll call file write. Okay. File write. It's not a macro. All right, let's see if that works. Give it a check. Okay, that's fine. Cargo plus nightly. Feature equals debug. Features. Oh, do I have these in the wrong order? How's it, Dem? Thank you for the follow. Features is not allowed in the root of a virtual workspace. Oh, interesting. All right, let's go into... My daughter's walking around outside. What is she doing? She's been up a while. Oh, awesome Rust streaming. Oh, that's great. I actually have one of his videos up in another window. I'm watching one of his YouTube. Was it the crust of Rust? That's great. I really like his stuff. Let's see. I think we actually have to do this because binding generator is actually a dependency. These other things like core and GD native bindings. So if we go into GD native core and cargo. Yeah, what other so I've been looking over that list and I subscribe to all of those streamers or subscribe. I follow them. Honestly, I didn't subscribe to them. I guess it's different on like is it subscribe on YouTube but follow on Twitch? Yeah, regardless. Yeah, there's a small list there. I was thinking of creating a yeah, they have those teams in Twitch. I think it'd be great to create a Rust like a crustacean team or something, you know, like a Rustaceans team, and because it's so hard to find like which of these guys is actually streaming at the moment, and I don't know. Even though I've followed them all, their schedules are kind of intermittent. So in this case, I'm gonna say build dependency. Features equals debug. And that should work. Or C-O-R-E. Oh, I butchered that file. Why did it go to a new line? That was so weird. Oh, they're hiding their channels. I didn't even know that was an option. I wonder why you would hide your channel. Maybe it's a work thing. Well, I hope this works. I really do. Not actually hiding, like, oh, not advertising. Oh, okay. Yeah, I didn't think there was like a incognito mode in this. Wow, look at this. It's going. Have some more tea. I know, yeah. I've actually heard through a good friend that um, places like YouTube and Twitch are not actually great at finding new content. They're really great at giving popular content out. So if you're looking for new content and you already see the popular stuff, well, it's hard to find like whatever you're gonna. Okay, it's a bit of an echo chamber, right? Um, it's bad for discovery and things like that list. I've actually seen a lot of people come into the channel from that list, more than I see come in off the kind of just people browsing. Although browsing science and tech, it's a small group to begin with, especially compared to like Fortnite or something like. Oh goodness, I am not bitter, by the way, that the chickens are always winning. Um, if I go to Twitch, this is my mule here. But if we browse, and this does not, I'm not bitter about this at all. But if we go to live, there's some that you're going to expect. We're going to search for programming. No, just science and tech. Let's just browse science and tech. Wait, is this science and tech? Then we have live channels, and the first one is Fortnite. That's there's earthquakes kind of on the top. I feel like I'm not even in the right thing. Trending, programming, educational. That feels really weird that like the first thing is Fortnite. Oh, am I ordering these low to high? Yep, let's go high to low. Yep, here we go. We got Lana, right? And there's Earthquake. Live earthquakes. Everybody loves them. I get it. I do too. And then you got the chickens. The chickens, 150 viewers. That I'm not bitter about that at all. Um, Actually, I am. I'm a little frustrated that the chickens are so popular, but they don't know Rust. They don't know what a borrow checker is. So we actually have chickens, and they're out there. They're wandering around, and if I were to put a camera on them, they would be more popular. So I know what I need to do. We'll have chicken cam, kind of like the beast cam on Raimu's, or the goat cam. I could do goats. Anyhow, back to work. It's true. It's true. Very true. Oh, interesting. Method replace one is not a member of that. Huh. These are all the same error, aren't they? No, it's not. There's something going on with that crate. Strange. Let's do this. Let's see, is that... This might take a couple minutes though. I don't have the world's best internet connection. Yeah, those 24/7 channels are, well, they're kind of interesting in their own way, but some people they don't see chickens. They see them in the grocery store. Like, ooh, plastic with chicken inside. Yeah. All right, what is it? It's getting rusty at the moment. All right, yeah, we got an ETA of a minute and a half. I wonder if it's just this or if it's actually something else. Because I was running an old nightly. I wonder if this actually requires like bleeding edge nightly. Centered it or step. Probably. That's, yeah, it's probably just because I wasn't up to date with nightly. Replace 0. That does sound pretty cool. One of the channels that's on that list that you linked earlier, browser, let's go back, get rid of that. I keep coming back here looking for new ones. One of my favorites, actually Mike Charlton, this guy. I like watching Museum too. Museum, man, doesn't talk, right? I know nothing about Museum really. And however, I like their music choices. I like the J-pop, the jazz sometimes. Hey, Ecton Dev. And Ecton Dev, are you in here? Why aren't you in here, Ecton Dev? To be in here. Oh, seriously? We should absolutely. Well, we've got a couple moments while we're waiting for. Well, this absolutely helps. All right. Well, when you're ready, absolutely add yourself to this. Or let me know when it's time, and I'll send a pull request for you if you don't feel like adding yourself. Yeah, here's my stuff. I have to admit, the last 9 months streaming with this has actually been pretty awesome. We've only gotten like 1 or 2 trolls coming through. Lots of bots, but you kind of expect that, right? Robocalls. I got 40 seconds on this. Well, it's never too early. My about page is awful and gross. I mean, look, I added a little treasure icon yesterday. I was trying to explain channel points to my wife. I'm like, hey, let's change the icon. Hey, Hoborm, how's it going? Welcome back. Wow, this is okay. This is arguably not as interesting as watching me add new lines everywhere. However, it's probably much more productive because if this can work, it's going to format the code much, much better. And then we won't have new lines littering everything. Everything's been going pretty well, actually. Some Rust stocks, good. Oh, it's installing, great. We're almost done. Let's try this with nightly now. So, actually, I'm going to start this over here. We can get into the code while that bakes. Okay. Basically, what we're doing is we're adding this little feature for debug because we're getting these gigantic, like, one-line files that are coming out of the generated code. And a while ago, I had seen a bug. I think it was a bug. Yep, it was a bug. And it had linked to this file, and it said that this was a generated file. All right, I got breakfast is served. So I'm going to explain this real quick. And then, so we kind of dug in and figured out how this was being generated. And it turns out that it's being generated in something like this. I actually copied this from that repository, and we're trying to get this code to actually run. However, Rust format requires nightly. So now we have to make sure nightly is updated and trying to build it. Am I still not up to date enough? Did I not run nightly correctly? Cargo plus nightly, check. I mean, it rebuilt everything again. I'd expect that to have worked. I mean, what are they using for that? Something bleeding edge? Oh yeah, quoting's been going pretty well. We just have a couple of syntax errors that we're producing, and we're trying to figure out a way to be able to figure out what the syntax errors are because the lines are some 40,000, 50,000 characters long. So we have this with that. Let's go back to the other cargo.toml for binding gen. And we have this. Here it's optional. We're choosing something very specific, renaming it. I mean, maybe we just choose master? Oh, I see it installs the code coverage tools from Nightly for you. Born, you haven't had breakfast yet? It's 4:34 p.m. Almost. I mean, it's tea time for you. Yeah, I don't normally eat this early. I wonder if there's something that's interfering here. Yeah. You fasting today, Boborn? I do intermittent fasting occasionally, hence the intermittent. I have those days too. Oh, you have a stressful day. I'm sorry. It's hard. Yeah, I'm also like that, Ekton. Just it's like how I gain weight. Like the kids will like leave food. Yeah, my wife says that I'm the opposite of you, Hoborm, that I eat on stressful days. Well, we might be back to hmm, what if instead using Rust format, we made a pretty cheesy formatter for file here. Basically, we're going to have, we can actually write to the vector and then insert new lines after every like right curly brace or something, semicolon, comma. All right, I'm going to take a minute and finish up this, and then we'll get back to it. It's food. I'm going to finish up the food. Hey, Hoborm, what's the URL for changing your handle on Twitch? Well, thank you for that link. I'm gonna send it to my wife. She wants to change her handle name. All right. So token streams, are they iterable? We're just gonna make a formatter ourselves. Let's get rid of some of this other stuff. Bindings gen plus format stuff. Okay, we're going back to using not nightly. Let's see, what do we say if we want, is it just an empty? Yeah, it looks like it's just empty. Okay. Let's look up and see what token stream is in quote. It's around here somewhere. Oh, there it is. Token stream. Oh, it's in the other one. That's for append. It's actually in proc macro. So it does into iterator, and it generates an iterator of token trees. Okay, and what's a token tree? Group, ident, punct, and literal. Okay, so then we could actually look and see. See, is this actually, so this extend token tree, an enumeration. Okay. In a group, delimited token stream. I see, and it's it gives a token stream there. So if it's a group, we have to look at the token stream, which I guess then might have more tokens in it. Okay, so we need something that's recursive, ident, just some sort of identifier, punctuation, and literal. All right, looks like it's just for the group that we need something. Okay, go back to the code. What is session? Sessions, a Rust format session for formatting, yada yada. Okay, we're getting rid of all that. I don't really care for that. We'll just write stuff out as we get to it. First pass, we're just going to do new lines. As we go through, we're going to find certain tokens, toss new line on there. My wife is asking if my handle is Mr. Halsey. Are they all lowercase? Oh, actually, Dev, yours is uppercase. Okay. All right, I think mine's all lowercase. Yeah, it's lowercase. Okay. All right. You can change it once every 2 months. Great. So where was our new line? Paste. I'm going to toss that in there. Content dot iter dot. Interesting. If I find a new one of these, what am I going to do? Is there a way to insert something into a token tree? Now, out of curiosity, the URLs are not sensitive to case. Right, so if I changed it to capital M and capital H, I still have the same URL, don't I? You can uppercase the display name. Oh, I see. Got it. And that there's something different between display name and the actual name? You're also, I see. Neat. Well, that's cool. I'm going to change that to capital H. Huh. All right, I got to get back to coding. So if we have this and we iterate over it, what if we should be collecting this, like iterating and collecting while injecting these new lines? We could have some new token stream. Oops, I clicked on some. What did I click on? Let's see, I tried to save it. Hmm. All right. Well, it's uppercase for me. Oh, nice. Yeah, it's still lowercase for me in the web app in the chat there. Oh, interesting. I can't. Can I actually put that into that? No. Cannot infer type of A. Yes. Oh, nice. Okay. Well, that's cool. Yeah, Mr. Halsey. That's what I was going for. All right. So if we have token stream, or was that? Oh, that's bright. Quote. I was looking for quote. This one. Token stream ext. I see. So here you can append a token. Then if we go back, I thought there was an extend on this. Token tree. Strange. That should have worked then. What type is this? Okay, so token tree is not an iterator. Billy Arl. Morning. How are you doing? Actually, it's none of those. Is it not getting the core extend? Block macro 2. Okay, that's good. What can we do with the token tree? Nope, that's the wrong one. This one. Close that. And so if we take a token stream and we iterate over it, what does that give us? Token stream. Into iterator. This gives us token trees. All right, and token trees we could put it in another quote. Seems like we're missing something. 2 tokens is implemented on foreign types. It is. Okay, it's implemented on token stream and token tree. Interesting. Into token stream and to token stream. All right, so let's try that. Probably need that scope. Was it 2 token stream? Oh, into token stream would work. Ah, it's not mutable. Perfect. Good. So we're creating a really, really cheesy formatter here. So if whatever the token is, is punctuation, match token tree, it's token tree, and we want, let's see, what are the different versions of this? Actually, will this auto? What is it talking about? It's like in the wrong spot with this generated code. It's saying that this thing here needs an underscore. Here doesn't need to be mutable. I disagree with. No code action. Oh, you had it earlier, you silly goose. Yeah, I know it moved. Fine. I'm just trying to get the editor to actually assist. I've been trying to get this to work this way for a little bit. Oh, fine. All right, so we're going to have group. Have something there. What were the different elements in that? Block macro 2, token tree, 715209. Good morning. All right, I copy this from the docs. Got group. Let's add token tree. I'm putting it in here because of the config flag. It's not going to be used outside of this, so we would generate warnings if it was up at the top. Lowercase those, go back, insert underscore. There we go. All right, so if we have, let's say ident. We have an identifier, we're just going to append that to the stream. Stream.extend. There we go. Same thing for literal. That's actually going to be exactly the same thing, isn't it? I'm going to collapse them later. Not yet. Token group, all going to have to be recursive. Oh, the font. This is Code. And OG Jake, welcome. I'm actually using the term called Kitty, and they're a feature of Kitty. I've got it configured so that I don't have tabs, like visual tabs, except for those at the very bottom, so I can tab between different terminals. All right, punctuation. This one's going to be a little bit more interesting. So I think we want to see what kind of punctuation it is. Let's see, what punct is that? Block macro 2 punct. We'll have to make sure that's pulled in. So that there, adding little curly braces around a word or whatever you want is really, really helpful. So for me, it's YSIW and then right curly brace to do that. I hit A. Instead of having to go to the front, add the left, the right. It's really nice. And I have also There's some dot files around here somewhere. Oh, here's at least the Vim config I'm using if you're interested. We're going to use Punct. We might not need to use Punct. Let's see. As char. Okay, because I don't really care about anything except what this might be. So we're going to get the character. We'll match it for now. All right, and then if the character is, say, right curly brace, or comma, or let's see, what else? What do we want? Semicolon. Another semicolon. Do that. Otherwise, for everything else, do something like this. So we'll extend the stream, and then we will also add new line. You're welcome. Okay. Can we extend it with, oh, we can't. Do we have to create one every single time? Fine. Take that off there, do one of those. Into token stream. Okay. Now for the group. What are we going to do for the group? I think we need to recurse for that, don't we? Yeah. If we didn't do anything, and this is one of my favorite Vim commands. If I'm in the middle of a word and I want to change it, CIW. Works out of the box. Great command. Or if you just want to delete it, DIW. CIW is awesome. I actually learned that this year. I've been using Vim for over half my life. And I saw somebody do that for the first time. All right, we're just going to do that for now. I want to get this compiling, and that looks like it'll work. Let's go to the next cargo build, or check, or whatever we want to do. Yeah, let's go to foreground there. Oh, you found it by accident. Oh, that's awesome. How long did it take to learn the daily mechanics to muscle memory? It's so long ago, I couldn't say. It really is. Yeah. Search CIW, do that. DGN, CGN, it's also a good one. CGN you can use with the repeat operator, so with dot. In this case, let's say I wanted to find something like into here. Right. With that highlight, I can say CGN, type as, hit escape, I go next, and just hit the dot operator. Really nice, especially if you're not using something like multi-vim. All right, let's edit this file and see. I'm guessing we didn't get much. Probably just because the outer bits are going to have the new lines. Okay, yeah. Guess what? A couple of these to remove. Space on new line. EGN. Okay. Yeah, I think we've got them. Oh, one more. Okay, so we're going back to having it really just on one line. Give this a search real quick. Listen to those. I deleted one more than I wanted to. Where'd it go? Out there. This one, we need that one. Okay, everything's written. Doesn't feel like it actually built. Cargo, check. Oh, it's waiting. What's this? Oh, that's Godot. We didn't do right bracket, did we? This is GD native core. Did we leave debug on for that? Just check for new line again. Okay, that's gone. GD native core, cargo toml. Okay, we have feature debug on there. We're gonna want that for GD native bindings as well. Bind cargo. Close that. Oops, too many commas. Oh, yeah, Ferret code is awesome. It's really nice. I like the ligatures. I really do, more than I thought I would. The triple equal, the double equal. That's one of my favorites. That and not equals. Ah, look at that. It's gorgeous. Yeah, we're gonna give this another check. I'm gonna make sure we're editing the right file again. Oh, there we go. Okay. And let's also get, didn't have right bracket in there. That'd probably be a good one for these dot comments so they get on their own lines. Something changed in there. Oh, the order. Ah, the order is not idempotent. That's right. So for these const values, sometimes they change their order, which just drives me nuts. But yeah, I can't stand that. Generated code should be the same time after time after time. All right, let's do Control Z, cargo check again, foreground. It didn't give us new lines. Why didn't it give us new lines? Is it because it's in a group and we have to? I'm guessing it's in a group. Otherwise, I would have expected that to happen. Here, let's just do e print line something. Okay, Control Z that. Cargo check dash VV. Oh, I like how the music got dramatic there. It's like, here we go. And then Rust is like, no, build directory is busy at the moment. All right, a quick scroll up there. Yeah, no funny stuff. Oh, we still have the other build stuff going on. Okay, let's strip that out. In build.rs, bindings, and core. We're not going to do this anymore. There we go. Okay, now that's not going to panic. Cargo check. Ooh, look, what do we get? Did I write everything? Huh. Lots of empty space. Now we're getting the errors. Okay. What is it? 2 and 1. That. Please, please. Oh, standard in's empty. What is it? Is it? I don't do this very often. And 2 to 1? No. Strange. So if we do this and we just go to less, well, it's not actually capturing it, is it? No, it's an empty buffer. Still empty. Strange. All right, well, here, I'm just going to panic here. I should stop it, and also in the other one. Oops. Panic is so useful. It really is. Should also have one like stop here. Okay, so we didn't actually get this. I get it. It's not going in there. Which means that we probably came into this one. So we had a token group. It was separated by something, I don't know what it was. So we could do that. Oh, right. uh, there are times where you definitely shouldn't panic, where it's not useful. When trying to exit a building in an orderly fashion. I don't think I've ever had to do that. Has anybody had to do that? Oh, you just killed your home net for a moment. Welcome back. Stack Overflow. Ooh, go figure. uh, got any married people out there? Other than my wife there. It's doesn't always visit the stream. Alright. How do we convert this to a for loop? Oh no, no, that's her. Yeah. See, and now we match with the capitalization, all that. Now we match. How do we turn this into a loop instead of recursion? We basically have to return the work that has to be done. Kind of like a head and a tail. Oh, that's funny, Hoborm. So in this case, we're blowing the stack. Because we never get back out. So in this case, we're going to go through the content tree, do that, return OK. Oh, we do get out of the stack. Okay. I wonder if there's a flatter way to do this. So here we have punked. group. I see. So this returns the token stream of the tokens that are delimited in this group. Does not include the delimiter. Okay. So really, in that case, I should have said stream here. Guess we're recursing. Well, that's interesting. It's actually working. Oh, we got new lines. Look at that. Beautiful, beautiful new lines. Oh. My wife just sent me a text. It says, that's interesting. It's actually working. She's quoting me. Okay. Well, in this case, how many lines do we get? We get 125 lines. And that's for the core types. That's not too bad. It'll make a less awful. Oh, yeah, it'll make less awful error messages, but I think we're missing one thing. See these here? This looks like it's in a group, but we're missing the delimiter. So we need to add that delimiter back. So in this case, we'll get the stream, but when I need to add a delimiter. All right, how do you get the group delimiter? It says group delimiter. Let me just call it delimiter. And what is delimiter? Parentheses, brace, bracket, or none. Interesting. Oh, I see. I thought there was going to be like comma in there, but there's not. Okay, well this is simpler. They don't really have a front and an end on this. Okay. So we have to handle each one of these cases separately just to do that. All right. We will need new line for each one of those. We'll do a quote here. We'll also need the output. So whatever the group stream is. That looks like the quickest way to do this, followed by new line. Something like that. Okay. Hmm. So what is brace in this game? Brace is curly braces. Oh, I did parentheses wrong. Here we need brace, which is curly brace, bracket. There, none. I don't know, maybe this should just be stream. If there's none, return stream. Hey, Irish John Gaming. How are you? After our conversation yesterday, I changed my channel points to little treasure chests. We are creating a pretty printer for some Rust code for debugging. There we go. Streams outside, new lines outside. Match that. Get the result done. Oh, dog didn't go outside. That's too bad. Oh, yeah, put a lead on there. So what we've been going through is probably hear the dog whining in the background. For whatever reason, my wife put her in the office here. I don't know why. Anyhow, I've been going through and working on some of the Godot GD native Rust bindings. So they have a bunch of tasks. I've been chipping through some of them because I really want the 0.9 release. So I'm trying to accelerate that. But do we not have quote in here? Wow. There we go. Okay. Ooh, that didn't get. Oh, Stack Overflow. Why did it work last time? Last time it worked. This is Is it only occasional overflow? We must have been omitting something before. Strange. All right. So we need to convert this to iteration instead of recursion. We could have a local value here, maybe an array that we have the first item. We take off of it and we push onto it. How would that work? We would. This is Rust. Welcome to Rust. So we're actually taking a API.json file. It looks like this. This is how Godot exposes what its API looks like. You get a bunch of constants. You get a bunch of functions. Everything's described in this file. It's actually fairly big. It's 190,000 lines long. And we process this and generate Rust code with it. I've got a bug in the Rust code that I've generated, but the problem is currently it's generating the code and it's all on one line. So the error message just isn't helpful. We're in the process of intercepting that code as it's going out. We get this token stream of what the code is represented as. So API.json file becomes a token stream. That token stream here is going to get written to the disk. Because the compiler doesn't need new lines, it's really a human thing. It just puts it all in one line. However, for us, in order to debug it, we're trying to add some new lines to make the error messages more helpful to us as humans. So as we go through, there's too many depths here, too many groups of these delimiters, groups, and it's blowing the stack. So we need to change this from recursion to iteration. These delimiters here represent source code delimiters. In this case, a curly brace or parenthesis or square bracket. So if we get a group, we're going to get a stream. So let's say we do get a group. How are we going to deal with that? We can output that bracket right away. And then with the stream, maybe toss that stream of elements into some array, break out of the loop, start processing that, and when that one becomes empty, shift that off. I wonder what it looks like when you finish iterating something like that. All right, I think we're going to have 2 while loops maybe to do this. Or a while and then... Okay, let's try this. Streams is going to be a vector. That was an angry grumble by the dog. He was like, "Arr," or not angry, just, just really unhappy. He wants to be outside in the rain. She's already been in the rain. I can smell it. Okay, so in this case, that's the result. That we're putting everything onto. Where's our token stream? We will push streams dot content onto it. Maybe we should have an iterator of iterators, actually. What happens if you extend an iterator that you're iterating on? You can't, can you? Because it would go on to the end of it, and it would, well, the whole thing would become a new iterator. And then we'd have type issues. We could box them. Oh, she scared the chicken. I see. Thank you, dear. All right, so we'll start processing this. I'm really tempted to try the iterator extension out. Basically, we could just take the iterator, extend it onto this group stream, and then just keep processing the group as if nothing happened. But is that going to be correct for us? No. Oh, maybe. That would be rather hard to come into, though, to understand that. Okay, let's just make this a lot more obvious. We do have chickens, yeah. Well, it's not that I don't like it. I'm just, I don't know, bitter. Chicken Stream has more viewers than most programmers on Twitch. I mean, only a few programmers actually get beyond the level of the chickens. And that's a high bar. Chicken bar is high. We'll just loop. I don't know, this might be just as contrived as the other idea. Yeah, but then all the viewers will go away when I start coding. They'll be like, what is this? Give me the chickens back. All right, let's toss this into that loop. Oh, did I miss one? I did. There we go. Or the duck. Yes, ducky duck. I wouldn't be bitter about ducky duck. Ducky duck's awesome. I did not name Ducky Duck, by the way. That was my daughter. She did that. You prefer Ducky Duck over Donald? Yeah, okay. Yeah, then we have Doggy Dog and, well, it doesn't, I'm kidding. That's not Doggy Dog. All right, so what are we going to do here? We are going to push the streams on there. We'll get a reference to, no, we need a token. We need whatever the next token in the stream is in order to write it out. Yeah, I think we should push the streams in. So I really want the iterator there. Yeah, all I'm doing here is implementing extend or chain. I'm implementing chain. All right, let's not do that. Let's just use chain. All right, so we'll basically push this into an iterator. I want this to be a box of dynamic something that implements iter with item being of type, was it token tree or? Okay. So now we have processing and we can start using processing. It's going to be mutable. What happens if you change something that you're iterating over? Let's see what happens. In this case, we're going to iterate over processing. All right, Hoborm, you have a great day too. Happy Tuesday. All right, we got 8 minutes. Let's see if we can do this. So once we get a new group, at that point, we have to reconfigure processing. At this point, I think what we need to do is output, well, whatever the paren is. So something here is going to have to output. Yeah, let's do that first, actually. Can delimiters go into token stream? A delimiter, I don't think so. So it's not going to know which one it is. beginning one. And for none, we don't do anything. Let's wrap this in a sum. Okay, so first thing we do is that. Oh, I'm doing this wrong. No, essentially what I need to do is change the token stream inside each group. So if we have a group, as a stream, we could create a new group and replace it. Span open, close, span, set span, new. All right, so we could create a new delimiter, but then we have to modify this token stream that's inside of it. Maybe we could just flatten this, adjust it, and then put it back together. That might work. How would we flatten it though? Maybe a tuple? No, but we're going to lose our position internally of where those streams are. Interesting. All right, I'm going to have to think on this one. I think we're going to call it. Oh, we're going to raid Ectondev. Oh, ha, ha. Ectondev's doing Rust. So, new streamer. Left fun there. I'm going to give this some thought. So, until next time. Bye-bye.